Welcome to the Deep Dive. Our mission today is to really unpack a collection of your insights, specifically diving into the book Beyond the Smile by Nanda Esio.
Yeah, we're zeroing in on those core nuggets about understanding and, actually achieving happiness in everyday life.
Exactly. And doing it without getting too bogged down in like abstract ideas.
Right. So that brings us straight to the big question. What actually is happiness?
According to the book.
Well, the book gives this really broad definition. It describes it as a whole spectrum of emotions, contentment, joy, fulfillment. It's deeply tied to your own values, experiences, your beliefs. It's kind of this blend of joy, contentment, love, satisfaction for both your mind and body.
Okay, so it's definitely not just one simple thing. The book suggests it falls into, what, 3 categories?
That's right. 3 distinct types. First, there's hedonic happiness.
That's the one focused on pleasure, material stuff.
Yeah, pleasure, enjoyment, often linked to possessions. Then you've got eudaimonic happiness.
Which is more about meaning, purpose.
Exactly. A more meaningful, purpose-driven life. And finally, subjective happiness.
Which is like a personal mix of the two.
Pretty much. A unique blend based on where you are, your individual state of being. It's kind of tailored to you.
Interesting. But how much of this is, in our heads versus actually biological?
Well, that's a great question. Happiness feels super personal, right? But there's definitely a biological basis involving key neurotransmitters.
Okay, let's get into the science bit.
So you've got dopamine, often called the feel-good chemical.
Right.
But what's really interesting is it's not just about the pleasure itself. It's about the anticipation, the motivation. It drives you to seek out those good experiences. It's like your brain's reward system, but also its engine.
Ah, so it's the
Yeah.
seeking, the chase, not just the reward itself.
Precisely. Then there's serotonin. This one's more of a mood stabilizer.
Okay.
It helps regulate everything, the ups and downs, giving you more of an emotional balance.
Got it. And endorphins.
Right, endorphins. They're linked to positive experiences, like exercise highs. They can produce euphoria, contentment, your body's natural painkiller, almost.
It's like our brain has its own little pharmacy, isn't it?
Yeah, you could say that. But the book is really clear. It's not just the chemicals inside us.
Right. It goes beyond biology, social factors, environment.
Absolutely. Things like poverty, homelessness, your job, gender, marital status. They can all significantly influence your emotional state.
That makes sense. Your circumstances matter.
Hugely. And it connects to the bigger picture. Our well-being is tied up with our environment, our interactions. The book really stresses strong social connections, support networks.
So feeling connected makes you happier. Studies show that.
Consistently. People who feel connected report greater happiness. And here's something really powerful. Altruism.
Helping others.
Exactly. Engaging in activities where you help others, like volunteering. Even small acts of kindness. It consistently predicts higher levels of your own happiness.
Wow, so giving is actually a way to get happiness back. That kind of flips the script.
It really does. It shifts focus from getting happiness to generating it through connection and giving, finding purpose, meaning, agency, belonging, all linked to more joy.
Okay, so connections and purpose are vital, but what about when things go wrong? When we're dealing with, negative emotions or stress, how does the book suggest we handle that inner landscape?
It offers some really practical strategies. First, for releasing negative emotions like fear or anger. The book points out these aren't just unpleasant.
They can actually harm you?
Yeah, they can lead to unhealthy habits, prolonged stress, even physical health problems if you don't deal with them.
Okay, so how do we release them? What's the first step?
The book says identify the root. Really explore your thoughts, feelings, behaviors. Trying to trace them back to where they started, writing it out can help.
Makes sense. Get clear on what's actually going on.
Then express the emotions. Don't bottle them up. Talk to a friend. Journal. Use creative outlets like art or music.
And seeking professional help if it's too much.
Absolutely. That's a valid and important option. Another key strategy is practicing mindful self-compassion.
Being kind to yourself.
Exactly. Treating yourself with the same understanding and acceptance you'd give a friend. Acknowledge the feelings. Don't judge them.
That sounds hard, but important.
Takes practice. And then there's a very physical tool. Exercise.
Moving your body.
Yeah, it's incredibly powerful for releasing tension, reducing stress hormones. You can literally transform that stress, fear, or anger into physical energy.
I like that idea, transforming the energy. Okay, so that's handling specific negative emotions. What about just general stress? It's such a huge barrier to happiness for so many people.
Definitely. Stress is a major obstacle.
Yeah.
The book offers techniques for managing it. One is mental relaxation,
Like taking breaks.
meditating. Exactly, taking intentional breaks, using things like yoga or meditation to just clear your mind, relieve tension throughout the day.
And physical activity comes back in here too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Exercise burns off stress hormones, boosts those endorphins and serotonin we talked about. It's a great outlet for frustration.
What else? Positive thinking.
Yes, positive thinking. Consciously focusing on the good stuff in your life. Trying to reframe situations more optimistically.
And practically speaking.
Time management. Sounds simple, but prioritizing tasks, using time well. It reduces procrastination, frees up time, helps create balance. Less overwhelm, less stress.
Okay, so we have tools for dealing with the negative. How do we actively build the positive, like create a daily happiness toolkit?
It's all about intentional habits. The book talks about developing positive habits because they lead to positive behaviors and attitudes.
Which promotes well-being and helps you reach goals. Makes sense. What kind of habits?
Things like mindfulness practice, consistent self-care, eating well, exercising, getting enough sleep.
The fundamentals.
Right. And setting realistic goals, both short-term and long-term. Plus, celebrating your successes.
Rewarding yourself, even for small wins.
Yeah, it reinforces the habit. And practicing positive self-talk, telling yourself, I can do this, instead of listening to that inner critic.
And checking in on your habits. Evaluating them.
Crucial. Making sure they still serve you. Then there's cultivating gratitude. The book calls it simple but invaluable.
How do you cultivate it? Just think about things you're thankful for.
That's part of it. Making gratitude lists could be anything from your morning coffee to big relationships, but also expressing gratitude directly.
Like saying thank you, writing notes.
Exactly. Thanking people, even strangers, and performing acts of service.
Yeah.
Making a meal for someone, donating time or money. That also fosters gratitude.
Interesting link between service and gratitude. Okay, what about optimism?
Cultivating optimism. It's about developing an outlook where you generally expect positive outcomes. It really helps you cope with challenges.
How do you build that?
Focus on positive aspects, list good things, your own strengths, things you're thankful for. Find positive reinforcement, supportive friends, family, inspiring stories.
Making time for relaxation helps too.
Definitely. Self-care like meditation or yoga. And setting manageable goals you can actually achieve. That builds confidence and a sense of forward momentum.
So it seems like a lot of this comes down to shifting your perspective intentionally.
Absolutely. Developing a positive outlook isn't passive. It takes effort. You can't always control events, but the book stresses you can choose your response.
How? Any specific tips?
Start each day with a positive thought, like list 3 things you're grateful for first thing. Sets the tone.
Nice. Simple but effective.
Pay attention to your thoughts. Catch the negative ones and consciously reframe them. Look for the brighter side.
Easier said than done sometimes, but yeah.
True. The book also suggests fostering a relationships mindset. Seeing yourself as a participant, not a competitor, helps you handle setbacks better.
Focus on progress, not perfection.
Big one. See mistakes as learning opportunities. And this is a fun one. Laugh regularly.
Laughter.
Yeah. It can actually disrupt negative thought patterns, boost your mood, cut stress.
Okay, I like that one. Now, let's talk more about excelling at self-care. You mentioned it as a positive habit, but the book seems to give it special focus.
It does. It's presented as absolutely crucial. Self-care gives you the emotional and physical resources you need to be productive, balanced, and happy. It's not selfish. It's essential.
So how do you excel at it?
Make time for yourself. Literally schedule it blocks for your mental, emotional, physical health. Maybe a hobby, quiet time, exercise class.
Put it in the calendar. Got it.
Set healthy boundaries. Be clear about your needs and be kind to yourself. Avoid being your own worst critic.
Easier said than done again.
Tell me about it. Also, eat healthfully. Fuel your body well. Stay hydrated. Get enough sleep. Aim for that 7-9 hours. And regular exercise. Find something you enjoy.
Like running, Pilates, yoga, swimming, whatever works for you.
Exactly. The enjoyment is part of the self-care. All these things build up your reserves.
Which brings us to mindfulness, maybe, a way to manage those inner resources.
Precisely. The book talks about the power of presence, using mindfulness to enhance happiness.
What exactly is mindfulness in this context?
It's an ancient practice, really focused on living in the present moment, but without judgment. cultivating self-awareness, resilience.
So you can observe your thoughts and feelings without getting swept away?
That's the idea. You notice them, acknowledge them, but don't get caught up.
What are the benefits?
Well, studies show it reduces stress, increases focus, creativity, helps you cope better with difficulties. It's even used effectively for anxiety, depression, addiction.
How do you practice it? Just sit and breathe.
That's the core of mindfulness meditation, yeah. Sit comfortably, focus on your breath, observe thoughts as they come and go, accept them. Even 10 minutes a day can make a difference. It creates that inner space.
Inner space. I like that. How does this present moment focus connect outwards to the world, meaning relationships?
Great question. It connects strongly. The book talks about connecting with the world through finding meaning, building relationships, even financial well-being.
Finding meaning and purpose? How?
It's a lifelong journey, right? The book suggests things like mindfulness, meditation itself can deepen insight. Exploring spiritual beliefs, whether organized religion or a sense of interconnectedness.
Engaging with your community.
Yeah, volunteering, social or political involvement. Contemplating nature is another one, finding solace, reflection, connection there.
And building positive relationships. What's key there?
Active listening is huge.
Yeah.
Really paying attention, engaging, addressing concerns, expressing appreciation, showing people you value them.
Genuine gratitude again.
Exactly. And focusing on shared interests. It creates natural bonds, a relaxed atmosphere.
Okay, and financial well-being. How does that fit into happiness?
There's a strong link. Not necessarily being rich, but feeling financially well. It involves financial security, being able to cover expenses, handle emergencies.
And financial literacy. Knowing what you're doing with money.
Right. Making wise decisions. And financial planning, setting goals, budgeting, managing assets.
Practical strategy.
Develop a budget. Stay informed about finances. Set regular goals. It reduces a major source of stress and builds a stable foundation.
Makes sense. And broadening horizons literally.
No.
What about travel?
Ah, yes. The book highlights the benefits of travel. It really does broaden your horizons, new cultures, people, ways of life, challenges your assumptions, builds empathy.
And good for mental health.
Absolutely. Reduces stress, anxiety, improves mood, stimulates the brain, boosts creativity, problem-solving skills. It's like hitting a reset button.
Physical benefits too.
Can be. More opportunities for exercise, maybe better sleep or eating habits while away. Plus, it deepens relationships if you travel with others.
And helps you grow personally. Self-awareness, confidence.
Definitely. Navigating new places does that. It breaks routines, creates memories, lets you recharge and gain perspective.
So after exploring all these different facets, biology, mindset, habits, connections, experiences, what's the big takeaway? How do we actually make happiness happen?
The core message, really drilled home in the book, is that happiness is a choice. It's within your power to create.
So it requires action.
Yes. Taking action. Set clear, specific, achievable goals for your well-being. Create a plan with steps. Be patient. Be persistent.
Be mindful and present in daily life.
Crucial. Engage in activities that genuinely bring you joy. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people.
And practice gratitude daily.
Make it a habit.
You know, this whole deep dive into Beyond the Smile really underscores that happiness isn't some simple destination you arrive at.
No, it's much more complex, multifaceted. It's a journey, isn't it?
Definitely a journey. You won't always be happy, life throws curveballs. But using these strategies intentionally,
You can significantly improve your overall well-being, your sense of fulfillment over time.
the power lies with you, ultimately. That seems to be the message.
Happiness is a choice, and you have the power to create it by taking responsibility and taking action.
And the book kind of boils it down to 5 main sources, right? Relationships, purpose.
Physical activity, mindfulness, and gratitude. Those seem to be the big 5 pillars.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, a final thought for everyone listening. Based on everything we've discussed, what's one single small step you'll take today to intentionally choose happiness?